anyone who watched Tom Aspinall work in training and during his amateur and early pro career felt like they were looking at a future UFC heavyweight champion. Tom Aspinall has every skill you would want from a big man. Moves exceedingly well. His speed is going to be a real problem in theory for the opposition tonight. And most of these heavyweights just are not as fleet of foot. That says nothing of his grappling game. This is the longtime grappling coach for Team Calvin. He has every skill in his mixed martial arts arsenal, and scary proposition for the rest of the heavyweight division. He ain't getting worse. All right, so here he is, one of the consensus greatest of all time, the newly minted UFC heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones. And I think by and large, this sport is better when he is in it. Tonight, he tries to successfully defend his UFC heavyweight title.
Yeah, Jon Jones at heavyweight is something that we have waited for a really long time. And to say that he delivered would be a massive understatement as he won the fight in the way that he did. Jon Jones, once again, building on such a strong legacy.
You guys relish fight night as much as Jon Jones. You see him grinning ear to ear as soon as he hits the tunnel. We'll see how it goes in title defense number 1. Jon Jones, one of the greatest of all time, has stepped inside the octagon once again. Johnny Bones is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Tom Aspinall. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean is our referee tonight. All right, early round action here. Perhaps Tom Aspinall could win this fight if it was just a kickboxing match, but he has got a decided grappling advantage, and most people believe eventually if this fight hits the floor in transition, Tom Aspinall will be able to find a submission. Early connection with the left from the champ. See Johnny Bones Jones open with some of those long-range weapons and finding some early success in this one.
That's exactly what he does. He throws the front kick to the leg, and he throws those lead kicks to the
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Getting him out here. This is where he wants to be. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Excellent ground and pound here by Aspinall. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, big hook, that'll sting. Nice connection there by Jon Jones, and he is fighting with a definite killer instinct here tonight, DC.
And you have to have it, because the target's always on your back when you're the UFC champion. Jones seems destined to keep that title wrapped around his waist.
Trying to kick the leg out. Come on, buddy, keep your hands up, let's go. 2 minutes have expired off the round 1 clock here.
Jeez, you can hear that. Beautiful kick.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Jon Jones. Finds his range with the jab. Level change there, goes for the takedown.
That was a slick transition.
Good work.
Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there. Two minutes to go. All right, side control now. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, feet on the hips here. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Aspinall. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired, their fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Land right there, his opponent's wobble chin.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Stuffs that. All right, now a little separation between the two fighters. Aspinall's bleeding from the mouth now, a cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Oh, he's got him hurt badly now.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow.
Stunned, trying to recover here.
Oh, he's not gonna guillotine. That guillotine jump.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Alistair Overeem, it is not. But let us look back at some of the replays from that round because there's a cut on the lip now that he's got to deal with.
As long as I never got to see nothing like that again in my entire life, I'm okay calling fights. And this cut is not that. But it was the perfect shot that landed in the right spot that opened up that cut on the lip.
All right, so we will see if the cut man can do anything about that, and for the fighter, try to raise his guard and be more sound defensively in this next round. Oh, beautiful counter on the jab after blocking the strike. Nice job turning defense into offense for the longer fighter. All right, so after one of the more entertaining rounds in recent UFC history, our next round is upon us. Man, those guys both took some serious damage in that previous round.
They both took some damage, but they both gave it. They both gave it as well as they took it. Let's see who wilts and goes down first.
Let's go. That was a great shot. All right, so he finally gets the takedown here. He kept on trying, stayed committed. He told us before the fight, at some point, I'm going to be able to take him down, and that's exactly the way it played out. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Good work from the top here by Aspinall.
Guillotine.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. Oh, right into mount.
While sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers, there have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Beautiful jab by him there, really taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Oh, nice jab by Aspinall. Looking to land the leg kick now.
Guillotine jump. He's looking for the finish now.
Been on point tonight. Good work here by Aspinall. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up. Nice.
Oh, he's back up again. You gotta like that.
Look at that switch knee. Beautiful switch knee.
So a big knockdown for him in the previous round. Confidence is high in building here in this next round.
Confidence right now.
Leg kick checked effectively there by Johnny Bones. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. Spinning back fist. Under 2 minutes now to go in round two. Jones gets the single leg takedown. Well played.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Aspinall. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. And dizzy as he looks to improve position here. All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
.30 seconds to go in round two.
Oh.
20 seconds left to go in round two. Aspinall's in half guard now. Jones's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Making all these shots count. All right, round three coming up next.
Come on, I didn't come here to watch you lose. I want you to keep your hands up and be strong.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigues his opponent will carry into the next round.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight.
Attack the cut. Attack the cut.
Oh, nice job to block the kick. And he caught the kick.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, he's been very clean with his hooks on the feet here tonight, and it's the way he set it up that has really impressed me.
Yeah, it's very impressive to see him pop the jab, pop the right hand, just touch, 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 and then boom, sit down on that hook. He's going to be trying to find it again. You can see him drop so he can drop that hook over the top.
Jones is in half guard. So that cut continues to get more severe with every passing moment of the fight.
Every moment. You know, when you get cut in a fight, you expect for it to worsen because you're not going to not get hit anymore. Right now, he's got to do something to try to limit the damage. Otherwise, it's going to get real bad.
Come on, bro. Keep those hands up for me.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Johnny Bone.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Hard ground and pound shot there, and yes, it was hard. Opened him right up. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Hard elbows, hard elbows.
Jones is back in full mount. All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to gap wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch him, you see him, you can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut, and it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes longer.
Aspinall's in half guard.
There it is, now he's on the mountain. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Jones is right back to the full mount here.
And at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Scramble and go.
In the half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer theoretically to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop him. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut. Every time he lands, the cut gets worse. What a great job recognizing his easiest path to victory.
Final seconds of the round. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the fighter heads back to the stool, and man, that is a severe cut that he's dealing with. We'll see if they call in the ringside physician.
Refocus.
Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of a fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be harder. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
Fighter lands a left punch now.
Take your time. Take your time.
Able to block that one. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Oh, nice inside kick.
Man, it doesn't take a lot of these kicks to produce redness. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty.
Keep your hands up. Use your footwork now. It's okay.
Double jab there by Johnny Bone. Straight punch is true. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt. Not a great entry there, Bruce.
Not a great entry. He showed everything he was going to do. He didn't hide his takedown. You knew from the moment this fight started he was going to go get a shot off. The opponent was ready, and he defended it perfectly.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and...
Oh, guillotine here! That guillotine is tight. How in the world did he escape that submission?
Nicely done.
This is a terrible position.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Well, the fighter's going to have to address this offense coming his way. He's getting really bloody around that eye.
Yeah, now it's just become a big target because his opponent is just seeing the blood and he's just going after it. He has got to move his head before the strike starts coming in his direction.
Oh, another stiff jab here. That's about as good as it gets with that weapon. Just over 2 minutes to go. Jones is doing a nice job there raising the guard to protect the eye with that block. You can't allow that cut to get worse as this fight continues. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight.
Wow, huge head kick. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
You don't get them as often as you'd like, so when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Well, it didn't take long. You see the signs of bruising on the outside of that lead leg.
He's going to guillotine.
Oh, favoring position over submission.
Very smart decision. You never want to value the submission over keeping dominant position.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, wants to be really heavy at the opponent's base and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight. Now trying to trap an arm.
Arm is very tight.
While he's out, the fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
Final seconds of round 4. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious.
We knew this was going to be like this. We knew we were going to have a war.
All right, let us re-rack some replays of the damage done in that round, see if we can isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, a nasty cut opens up when he lands there. It's a beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible defensively, and he's really paying for it because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 5th and final round. Well, he is a tactician. He does not discriminate when it comes to his weapons. There's a side kick.
That side kick can go to the leg or to the body. What a technique.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Oh, good job defensively there to block the strike by Jones. Aspinall's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse.
What a beautiful takedown.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Aspinall's back in half guard, very comfortable here.
Now he's going full mount.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. We got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Posture up and stay heavy.
Jones gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Nice strike.
Aspinall's really bleeding now. That cut is only getting worse. 3 minutes now to go to decide this one. Oh, you can feel the breeze there. Swing and a miss by Johnny Bone. Well, he put so much stock into this fight, and now we're late in the game, and if he doesn't get a finish, this opportunity goes by the board.
I mean, it's almost over. Right now, he's got to start throwing everything he can find at his opponent and hope that he can force a mistake and overwhelm his opponent to try to get a finish.
All right, so another stiff jab there. Really good use of that weapon, not unlike he did in the previous round. Oh, the roundhouse kick lands. Closes the gap, and all right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job. Nice transition.
Side control now.
Oh, he's got the choke.
Oh, that one looks really tight, DC.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Oh, he got out.
He got out and defended. John, I thought it was over. I thought it was done. It was so tight. It was deep. They were hip to hip. I thought the fight was done. Great job and awareness by this young man to defend that Darce choke.
inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Under 1 minute to go, fifth and final round. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom.
Oh, Kimura attack. Yup.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back on.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Aspinall. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Waning seconds of this fight. All right, so there it is, the final horn, a lifetime of work, all building to this moment, and the underdog challenger comes up large with his striking game tonight. He's going to be the new champ.
I mean, he came up big in a massive spot. He was the underdog. He wasn't supposed to get this done. He relied on what got him here, the striking, to take the title from the long-reigning champion.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world,